Yes, people, we're here. We're live and direct right here on the Big Bad Station, araratradio.com, with yours truly, DJ Kat, the Kat-a-lyst, and I'm joined by the one and only Friendly from a great group called Human Rights. So people, lock in every time. Friendly, you there?
Yeah, greetings, yeah. Greetings in the name of His Majesty, you know. We give thanks and praise. Thanks for the strength, DJ Kat.
Anytime.
Blessed love to all the people.
Yeah, man, 100%. But you know what? I've got to ask you, because people have been messaging me since I put your name out there. Is your name really Friendly?
My name really is Friendliness, but not from birth. No, I have a different birth name, you know. My mom and dad never named me Friendliness.
But you know what? I love it. I love it. It definitely got the attention of the people. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's something different, you know. I mean, I just wanted to do something different from when I was a youngster, because, you know, like, it was just kind of like my personality and my character. I was kind of like friends with everybody in my school. You know, our schools could be kind of cliquey and groups and things, but I was just friends with everybody, so people just knew me as Friendly, you know.
I hear that 100%. But let's speak about yourself and the band. I mean, tell us about this band and kind of how you guys formed.
Well, the Human Rights, it's a 10-piece modern roots reggae band, giving mostly original music, conscious high energy music. But we kind of formed from back in about 2007, 2008. I've been playing with a bunch of different groups from in the 80s, and I've always been kind of asked to join this group or join that group and kind of fulfill a function here and there, you know, because I play musical instruments too, so bass here, keyboards there, and after a while, you know, like the band I was playing with at the time kind of fizzled out, and I was really kind of trying to decide what my next musical move was going to be. I made a trip to Ethiopia. I was in England for a time. I came back, and you know, I was just trying to decide what I was going to do, and I met Eric, our drummer. He just kind of came up to me on the street one day, and he said, "Hey, I know who you are." I said, "Oh yeah, you know who I am?" He said, "Yeah, you play with, you know, such and such, and we have your CD, and we love it, and you know." And I was telling him, "Oh, you know, that's cool, man." He was telling me he's a drummer and he lives with his bass player, and every week they jam together, and sometimes they put on the CD and play to it. I said, "Oh, that's great, love that."
Wow.
So he was saying, when can he come check out the band? And I was telling him that the band wasn't functioning anymore, but I was looking to start something new. And he said, "Oh, you should come check us out. We live in a house full of musicians. Come try a thing." So I went and saw them, brought some of my friends who were part of the more kind of original hardcore reggae crew, because these guys were some like young jazz guys just coming out of college and stuff, but they loved reggae. Yeah. So I had to kind of bring in my crew and kind of show them how to do certain things, because, you know, these youths think they know what reggae is, but it's not until they get to play the field they know what it is. You know?
Yeah, I hear that.
So from about 2000, 2008, from that time we've just been chugging along. Our very first gig was opening for the great Gregory Isaacs.
Wow. Here
in Toronto. So from that time, and people just loved the group from that time, so we just forward, you know, from that time till then. We're working on our 4th studio album. I have a bunch of videos, a bunch of tracks. We tour across Canada, America. That's the basic background of the group, you know.
Wow, I hear that. I mean, I love that you just dropped Gregory and moved forward quick. Tell me about that. Tell me about that experience.
Well, that was great. I mean, we just had a great opportunity. The group was starting to get a little name here in Toronto, and I knew a promoter who was promoting big shows, and he was looking for a new opening act to open on his shows. So even without even hearing the band, he had just heard about it, but he knew who I was from time.
Oh, okay.
Just decided to give us the shot. We opened for the great Gregory. You know, I think that was his last time performing here in Toronto.
Oh, wow.
And it was fantastic. He was here with the Live Wire band, and Gregory, you know, Gregory's been through some ups and downs in life. Yeah. But at that time, he was just great, you know, on top form, sounded like Gregory, looked like Gregory. It was amazing.
Yeah, I hear that. But, you know, from your journey you've just spoke about there, it feels like you've always been a music man. So how did your love of music begin, especially for reggae?
Yeah, I started getting into reggae from a very early age, like back in the early 80s, because I'll tell you the real truth, the really thing that got me into it was the English ska movement. You know,
okay.
I think I was about 11 years old. I bought the Specials record.
Oh, yeah.
And I just loved the whole kind of English ska revival movement, English Madness, The Selector, Bad Manners, the whole life, right?
Yeah.
And then I got to understand that, this was a kind of revival movement of Jamaican ska. So then I started to get into that, and it's much better, it's even cooler, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it was a natural progression for me to just go from ska to reggae. So thankfully I was in it from the early 80s, got to see the whole switch over from studio musicians, roots racks, and Channel 1 music going from jammies computerized when the Slang Tang rhythm came in. It just revolutionized the whole computerized music up to modern dancehall. I was also blessed in the early 90s to play with a group called the Hit Squad.
Oh wow!
That was the backup band here in Toronto.
Yeah.
And we got to back up so many great artists from Jamaica, because in those days, artists weren't really touring with their bands. There would just be 2 and 3 artists have some hit songs in Jamaica at the time, and promoters would bring them up, and we would just back them up. So I was very fortunate. I got to play with Frankie Paul, Bounty Killer, Freddie McGregor, Barris Hammond. The list goes on and on and on, you know.
Nice.
So yeah, music's always just been my thing, and honestly, from I've been into music, it's been reggae. So from reggae from then till now. Longest time I lived under a reggae rock, I didn't know anything about any other music. Even in the 80s and the 90s, people, you don't know a song? No, man, I never heard it. What?
Oh, gosh.
No, man. It's just, if it wasn't reggae, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, that's good. So, you know, I mean, you've got that wealth of experience. What did it teach you being on the road, being on stage? What did it teach you as a musician, but also as a man?
Well, I guess it would teach you a lot of things. Every experience has a learning experience, but I guess what I learned from being around the greats of reggae was that, you know, the greatest ones, they're just humble and cool. You know, like when Dennis Brown comes to the rehearsal session, Dennis Brown just cool like he's your brethren from time. So these guys don't pull no superstar moves, and they don't have no ego. So, and you learn to cooperate. You learn to compromise a little bit. It's not everything's gonna go the way you want it to go. It's not the way everyone's gonna get everything that they want. So you learn to give and take a little bit. You know.
Yeah, I hear that.
And then you learn that, you know, the music thing is like, there's, you know, people think it's a bed of rose. They see all the glitter and the glamour, right? But they don't think about the hard work that goes into the early morning rehearsals and the early morning wake up when you did a late night gig to get back on the road, get back in the van to travel for 8 hours to go do a sound check before you play the gig, eat some food, have a rest, and wake up the next day to do it again.
That's it.
So that's the thing, you know. But if you love it, you stick with it, you know. Like sometimes it's some hardship, but the reward is great, you know.
I hear that. And, you know, are you based in Canada at the moment?
Yeah, right here in Toronto. Born and raised in Toronto, Canada. Still here.
You know, over the past year, well, not year, but good few years now, I've noticed Canada seems to have a great love of reggae. And, like, I didn't realize how big it was. It's massive, isn't it?
From time, because, you know, like, at one time, I think Toronto had the largest kind of like Jamaican population outside of Jamaica, other than, you know, say England, right?
Yeah.
Because there was a time that we kind of freed up the immigration and allowed people to come. At one time, you know, it was locked down, but then a lot of Jamaicans started coming up. So reggae has a great foundation here in Toronto. We had some of the great legendary reggae artists from Studio One who built up the reggae thing living here for a long time. The great Jackie Me Too lived here. Willie Williams lived here, still lives here. Leroy Sibbles lived here for a good long time. You know, Johnny Osborne was here for a good time.
Yeah.
So we have a great foundation.
Wow. It feels like every name you're saying is just like a big massive reggae bomb.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like the top of the top. You know?
That's it. And I mean, this new release, Life is the Thing. Tell us about that.
Life is the Thing. That's the first single from our forthcoming album. So like I said, that's going to be our 4th studio album. But Life was the Thing, first single. You know, basic message: your health is your wealth. System kind of to make it look like it's all about the cash and the cars and whatever bling or whatever. But really, your health is supreme over everything, because, like His Majesty say, without your health, everything else comes to zero.
That's it.
So life is really the thing, you know, and especially in these times, you know, everything's, you know, we're like, the earth in itself is natural and beautiful, and we love that. But the world that we live in is kind of negative and twisted up and very materialistic.
Yeah.
As everybody's attention caught up with these supercomputers that we walk around with in our hands, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Which I'm guilty of too. Like, we all do it, you know. I'm just saying, but you know, but I know what the real thing is. The real thing is life, and I try not to get caught up in the 2-dimensional digital reproduction of life, especially now with all the crazy fakeness that's coming in with the AI. Is like, you know, it's easy for me to spot. I spot it quick, but I see a lot of people don't don't see it, you know, and it's hard to even check it because even like some of the news stories we hear and some of the things you see, like it's an automated voice. It's not even a real voice, but it's not until you really tune in and check it. But you know, the real life is the thing. I guess that's back to the message of the song. Life, you know, real life.
I hear that.
You know, the trees and the rivers and the mountains and the lakes and the birds and the animals. And the brothers and the sisters and the babies, you know? Life. That's the thing. That's where the vibes is at.
For real. And you know, it's the simplest thing ever, but for many it's the most difficult thing. Life.
Yeah, it's really true, you know? Because there's so much distraction and it's true, we live in a world that also puts a lot of stress on people, you know, like to have a job so you can pay your rent, so you can just have somewhere to live and eat some food. Like no one really, you know, when you were born, you never signed up for that. You didn't come here thinking, okay, well, I gotta pay to exist. All right, so it goes. So there's a lot of stress on for that, so it's easy to get distracted. But you know, gratitude is a thing too, you know, when you start being grateful for the things that you have in life, that makes it easier too, right?
100%.
Other than the constant grasping for what you don't have.
For real. So tell us about this album. How is it working? Is it a case of you guys are going in the studio, are you writing it down, freestyling? How does it work for you guys?
Well, this record, to tell you the truth, has been more of a collective effort than all of the records in the past, because kind of in the past, I would say for the first couple records, it would be me and our other singer Trey Son kind of coming to the group with songs and ideas and saying, okay, you know, you play this, you do that, this is how it's going to go down. This is the first time that it's really been more of a collective effort with, you know, joint songwriting sessions coming together and just kind of grabbing things out of the air and creating something out of nothing. With everybody's input. So it's different like that, you know. It's all recorded now. I mean, we've been working on it for over a year. So all the tracks are recorded to that final stages of, you know, mixing and mastering. Listening back to the mixes, requesting this and that, and maybe a little change here and there. But yeah, it's going to be a 10-song record called One People, Human Rights. And I'm really, it's going to be an epic record. I'm very proud of it. It's been, you know, a lot of hard work. And, you know, to say at this point, I'm really looking close to just having it finished because I don't really want to hear another revision of another mix. It's kind of driving me crazy because I listen to the songs so much. All in my sleep, I'm listening to these songs. They haunt me in my sleep sometimes because I'm just on them so much. And, you know, my singer's got some great melodies, and sometimes these melodies just start in a loop and they can't stop, and I can't sleep. So I'd like to see it finished. But, you know, it's about to be finished. I think we're supposed to finish it this week. It's supposed to release March 7th, so it's very, very, very soon to completion.
Wow.
And we're very happy with it, very proud of it. Some great songs, some special guests. We have the great Exco Levi on a track. We have the great Cairo McLean, young youth from here in Toronto on the track. Super, super excited.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a positive vibration, but one with a real message.
That's what we do. Our thing is a positive sound vibration because, like I was telling you, it's a kind of negative world that we live in, but we're coming with this positive sound. I think that's why people like it. It's a breath of fresh air. And, you know, reggae music always bringing that positive vibration even through the toughest of times and the separation. So, this, you know, we're trying to come through that same tradition of great reggae music. It makes you move, but has a positive message, makes you think too, you know?
100%. And what I'm interested to ask is, how are the youth taking to your sound out there in Canada and across the world?
It's amazing, you know. I would say it's been a little while coming, but just over the last couple of years, I've noticed we were getting more and more like youth coming to the show and singing along with all the songs, and I'm like, wait up, you sing with our songs, man. Like that's something as an artist that it makes you proud and happy when you're singing your song on stage and you see the youth and singing along. Sometimes we go give them the mic and they sing the song. So it's good, you know. I think the next generation and the youth, I think that's where it's at too, you know, like about to make a change, ready for something different, open-minded, you know. So the reggae message, the conscious message, it's you know, it's falling on the ears of who it's going to fall on too, you know what I mean? Because just like the seeds, you know, sometimes it falls on a fertile ground and it grows, and sometimes it just falls on cement and can't grow. So same like that.
I hear that 100%. And you know, the other day, well, 2 days ago, it was one of our legends, Bob Marley's Earth Strong. Did you do anything special for it?
The only thing I really did special, I was working, but I played Bob all day at my work. It was just Bob all day, all day from my playlist, and then I played some live concerts, some of my favorite live concerts, because the live concert with Bob at the Santa Barbara Bowl, it was one of my favorites. That was very, formative as me coming up as a youth. And then he has another great show that he played in Oakland, California. A great show also, and the engineer gets pretty wild on some dub effects, and Ron Wood joins them from the Rolling Stones on stage. That's a great one if you've never seen that one. And then this tonight, actually, there's some functions happening for his Earth Strong, because they didn't have any last week, but tonight there's a great long-running Bob Marley tribute that's been going on for years and years, put on by my friend Jay Cleary of New Funk. It's just, we got some great bands, great reggae artists every year, great tribute. It's always sold out, always good.
Nice.
Also, Dennis Brown Earth Strong this week too, so I was listening to some D Brown all day the other day. Actually, that's what I was doing right before you call him. Burn up some frankincense and listen to some D Brown.
Yeah, I hear that. Because,
so it's a great week for reggae, Dennis Brown and Bob Marley in the same strong, It's
for real, I hear that. And I always, to be honest with you, I listen every single day to them. But I always think to myself, I hope people take in the messages. They hear it, but do they listen to it? I hope they do.
Really, because it's as relative in this day as it ever has been.
Yeah.
Ever. And it's amazing, you hear some Bob Marley songs, and the message is as relevant today as it ever was. And the mixes of his music and the songs, wow, they sound so good in 2025 when those things were recorded in 1970 to
That's
1980.
Yeah, Bob knew.
You put it beside anything, any other music, you put it beside it. No, man, this one sound good here.
That's it, 100%. So, with that being...
What's your favorite Bob? Shoot 3 favorite Bob. What's your favorite Bob?
My favorite, I like Guiltiness.
You took the word out of my mouth. That's not fair.
Yeah, I like She Used to Call Me Dada. I like the more rough sounding. I like Babylon System and Redemption Song as well.
Alright, what about D Brown?
Dennis Brown. I like more of his rough sound, so I Don't Want to Be a General. I like that song. I like see, that's harder, because Dennis Brown, he has some love songs as well that I can't deny.
Right. And hard to choose too after 70 albums and
That's
such.
it. I mean, like I said, more the rebel ones, probably like Revolution, Black Man Redemption, because they both have a song called Black Man Redemption. It's
Jack Can't Do It.
Yeah, it's just so hard, to be honest. But yeah, they would be up there, kind of the rougher ones, rough rebel ones.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
How about yourself?
Same. Guiltiness got to be in my top 3.
Yeah.
Roots, Natty Roots, War, obviously, because it is His Majesty's word.
Yeah.
For D Brown, again, hard to pick. I was listening. Whatever the top 3 was on my rotation right now. Great Kings of Africa.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Equal rights. Every man have an equal right to live and be free. I love that, his version of that one.
Yeah.
And then, what was the one I was listening to? Dennis Brown version where he says, "Ooh la la la."
Yeah.
It's the way that you feel when you know it's true.
That's it.
Murder. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, all of those kind of the older generation, like Bob, even Burning Spear, like all that generation, I could listen to them forever and ever. Could never get old. So any tune they have is my top tune.
I hear that.
So you know what? What would you like as an artist? So if somebody said, we're gonna give you something today, what would you like?
What would I like to do as an artist? If someone said, what do you mean, with my musical talent? If I had a project, a world project I could do?
Yeah, anything really. Like somebody came to you and said, Friendliness, what would you like as an artist, as a person? What would be on the forefront of your mind?
A unity fest.
Oh wow, nice.
I would like to do a unity fest, just bringing people together, because the division thing that's just going on, man, I don't like it, because I personally know that we are one, you know?
Yeah.
It's just one. I don't really love the we and them thing and your my camp thing. So, and it's just it's an illusion, you know? People just have it in their minds that we're separated, that we're different, but we're the same.
That's
you know, we are family. This is not some philosophical thing. It's like it's a genetic fact that we are actually a family.
Yeah.
So I don't really think that, you know, people with different ideologies should hate each other. I think we should love each other. Like,
100%.
okay, like I don't expect everybody in the world to think like me. I'm a Rastafari. I don't think everybody in the world must be a Rastafari for me to love them.
Yeah.
I just love them for who they are.
That's it.
And I would just love to see a unity fest. So it's a music thing where people could just come and just be like, yeah, man, we are one, we are family, and share the smiles and share the love and dance and laugh, because everybody dance the same and everybody smile the same and laugh the same.
Yeah.
And we can all eat some food. You know what I mean?
I hear that. So when you starting it?
That would be my top project, to just take that to the UN.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when you starting it, that sound like I'm ready for that.
Well, first you just got to give me like 20 minutes on the mic at the UN, and we just get that started.
I'd love that. 100%. So have you got any tours coming up? When are you guys next playing?
Well, the next show first is going to be the album release, which is March 7th here in Toronto.
Nice.
At the Rivoli, and that's the kickoff of basically like our spring tour, which kind of goes March, April, and May.
Okay.
And I think for that there's about for the 3 months, I want to say something like 50 dates.
Oh, nice.
40 dates, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all here in Canada. It's all going to be like in Ontario and the next province over, which is Quebec.
Okay.
Because Canada is a very vast country. Like even our provinces are larger than some countries.
Nice.
So we can tour around our province and tour around the next province. It's basically like being on a multi-country European tour for us here in Canada, you know?
Okay, nice. So you ready for that? You guys all ready?
Yeah, actually, you know, like we're always ready because we've been performing, we've been touring, but even to get even more ready, we've been even doing rehearsals, which we don't do because usually we're just on the road. We play so often that we don't even need to do rehearsals. And then, like I said, we had the songwriting sessions, so that was good. We built these songs together. That's the other good thing about the band. It's the same people who play in the band, same people who play on the record. So when you come see the live show, it sounds a lot like the record because it's the same musicians playing the same parts that they created.
That's cool, man. So will this project be on a vinyl?
We're really getting more ready, sorry.
No worries. Sorry, I was just going to say, will this project be on a vinyl?
Yeah, we're going to press out some vinyl, 100% for sure.
Yeah, man.
And then we were looking at, you know, it'll be on all the digital platforms. We were thinking of doing some USB sticks, and we were looking at some pretty cool cassette-shaped USB stick just to have on the road, you know, because people don't really have the CD players in their cars anymore, but they have a little USB, so we can just stick in there. That would be good.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. But yeah, man, I'm sounding.
And of course, there's the vinyl lovers worldwide. That'll never ever go away. You know, like me personally, I love just having that vinyl in my hand. You know.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
the album cover looked pretty.
Okay.
The front and the back look nice. You know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna support you guys 100%.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, anytime. So before we kind of get to the end of the interview, what would you like to say to the people out there locked in, and any kind of final thoughts?
Again, the final thoughts is, you know, just like always, show love, make peace, and unify. You know, it's like peace, love, and unity, but we put it in action. So, you know, peace, love, and unity is nice, but we gotta, you know, make some peace where there's no peace. We gotta show some love where there's no love being shown. We gotta unify. It's not like unity is not just gonna happen. It's something that we just have to do. So that's the message is, you know, and everybody just try your best, just do your best. And our best is different from day to day. Yeah. You know, depending on where you're at. But as long as you're giving 100 and doing your best, just show some love. That's what it's really all about.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Rastafari, you know.
Every time. Friendliness, it's been an honor and a joy, but you need to tell the people how they can contact you guys if they want to get in touch or send you a message or any of those things.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have our beautiful website, thehumanrights.ca, because we're here in Canada, so it's thehumanrights.ca. Yeah. We're on the Instagram, The Human Rights. We have a Facebook page. We have a Bandcamp account. We're on iTunes, Spotify, any way you want to listen to the music. We have a YouTube channel. So you can get in touch with us any one of those ways.
Wow.
Follow the band, listen to music, support the team.
So you're everywhere.
We are. We're everywhere. We're like the whirlwind.
That's it. I hear that. But you know what, King? It's been an honor and a joy, and I'm looking forward to speaking with you again.
Yes, Queen, a real joy. Really nice talking to you. It's just so beautiful and natural and easy like that. Thanks for having us on the program and supporting the music, and keep doing what you do. Keep keeping it positive.
Anytime. Let me know when your album comes out and you're playing it out. I would love to support and show some love that way too.
Yeah, man, we definitely forward it to the eye, and much love to the eye. Thanks, djkat.
Bless up. Have a great rest of the evening, yeah?
Aye, the eye.
Bless up, bless. Yes, people, that was Friendliness from Canada, the Human Rights Band. It was a joy and a blessing. Please keep it locked in. I'm going to play the tune for you right now. Here we go.
For what's the advantage to gain the whole world and lose yourself or be cast away? Think that I trade my soul? No, sir. I know the road might be mucky and the hill might be steep, yay. Still we not go give in. I know them put up the game and not cheat, them one cheat, yay. Yes, we still have to win. Through the vision of the king of one sight everything. So we not go divert to all the riches and bling. Through the stages of life, you know it teach me something. If you're willing to learn, and why you're here when we sing, yeah. Life is the thing, life is the thing. No matter how they try to make it a look, so life is the thing, life is the thing. And it's your soul, you should not let them corrupt you. Life is the thing, life is the thing. The greatest gift when only Jack could have give you. And from you know you got life, just spread your wings and fly. Let the spirit of Jack come uplift you. We not gonna give up, we prefer live up. For one life away, we have a rasta, no Jaja give we. Hatred and strife, that is a waste of your life. Better you make the people happy than for living a misery. And all the guns and such, that don't impress me much. Why don't you show some love, hey and all the scams and crime, just to collect some kind. You know you can't buy time, them for know. Life is the thing, life is the thing. No matter how they try to make it a look, so life is the thing, life is the thing. And it's your soul, you should not let them corrupt you. Life is the thing, life is the thing. The greatest gift when only Jack could have give you. So from you know you got life, just spread your wings and fly. Let the spirit of Jack come uplift you. Let me know. And if you ain't got life, you know you can't buy life. And if you ain't got life, then what do you really have? Brother Trey, come in.
One life we have, one life we've got to live. Ain't nothing better, don't like the alternative. Feel so low when the mountain is high. Just gotta get up, you just gotta roll with it. There are days when we're so confused, don't know what to do. Stress about money, bills and food, yeah. Somehow we always make it through, yeah. Do what you gotta do and think positive.
Life is the thing,
Life is a thing,
no matter how they try to make it a look, so life is the thing,
life is a thing.
and it's your soul, you should not let them corrupt you. Life is the thing, life is the thing. The greatest gift when only Jack could have give you. So from you know you got life, just spread your wings and fly. Let the spirit of Jack come uplift you.